themselves are always attacked by these people. This is a big part of the reason why Destiny's community has been so out of control, because they rely on said fucking stalkers, not just that Yeet Oct 20,000 account. Okay? Like it's one of these like nobody openly talks about it, but everybody knows what the fuck is up. The fact that like Asmongold and XQC even entertain some of these fucking accounts is insane to me. Okay? I know that Destiny has made a career out of basically behaving like those guys, but the fact that Asmongold and XQC, who are also actively fucking doxxed and harassed and stalked and swatted, would also engage in these people, engage with these people, the people that actively work with these stalkers, is psychotic. These are people who, if you're a large content creator, these are people who you have genuinely been harmed by. People exactly like this.
One of the workers who was not like
the cow, maybe, but Asmongold is on the team. No, he's not, dude. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong. I don't think you understand. No. Okay? No, you're absolutely wrong. If you think Asmongold does not get harmed by these fucking people, you are delusional. There is not a single content creator, Destiny himself too. There's not a single fucking content creator that does not actively get stalked, okay? There is not a single one. This is behind closed doors a known reality. The worst part about it is there are some streamers who also entertain it or engage with it, okay? And people know who those streamers are and who those communities are. That's why they don't talk about those communities and those streamers. Do you think other streamers are oblivious to this fucking reality? Do you think that other streamers are just completely oblivious? No, they know who the fuck these people are. Yeah, they just don't talk about them for this reason. They don't want an endless sea of hatred and brigading and active stalking to come in their direction. Yeah, a lot of streamers are afraid to call out the incels because of the repercussions of their freak communities. Exactly. And it doesn't matter how big you are. That's why I was so mad at Twitch, at TwitchCon, when they just like let in a bunch of fucking weirdos, like kick streamers and shit. Okay? A lot of those guys went to kick. A lot of their fan bases also went to kick. And these communities, if left unchecked, have become deadly as well. I mean, think about Christina Grimmie. Like, there have been content creators who've been killed by these fucking stalkers in the past. And in the United States of America, there's virtually no repercussions whatsoever. Yes, Ice Poseidon style communities, exactly.
questioning us actually like believed us, and he put us all in the back, and they're panicked. They didn't know what to do, so they tried to bring us behind the buildings to help us, but we didn't know where he was. I think when we went in the store, he backed off because it was a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And so we don't know where he was. We didn't know where he went, and we had to beg the workers to hide us because they kept trying to tell us that it's not their fault, but they kept trying to get us to go back around where it happened and saying that he was gone, but we said we didn't know if he was gonna come back. And so we had to hide.
Hey, Hasan, what does entertaining this type of behavior necessarily mean? I'll explain it to you. Drama slop communities and streamers who actively engage in drama, okay? And I'm not talking about people who like pull me into drama by bringing up my name for some fucking weird reason, okay? But streamers who from the outside actively talk about other people's drama and choose to take sides on said drama, people like Keemstar, these are people who thrive off of the toxicity and the negative energy brought about to whoever they have in their crosshairs. And that's where a lot of these fucking losers congregate. Okay? And the thing is, most of these losers also have networks like Discord servers and Telegram channels. A big chunk of them are in here right now, most likely. Okay? Talking about how sick it is. Yeah. But if you think that like other streamers, exactly, if you think that these other streamers fucking randomly find these clips and shit, you're delusional. No, they get it directly from people who cyberstalk streamers. They go into people's chats. They come into my chat too. They do it all the time. They make a million different soccer accounts all the fucking time. This is what they get off on. Lol cowing is what it's called. So any community that hyper focuses on, doing lolcow shit will inevitably have these fucking losers all up and down their community. It becomes an incredibly toxic space. Yes. That's what the concept of lolcow is, a cow that you farm for the lulls. It was initially relegated to forums. There are prominent examples of this stuff, like Chris Chan, I think. There's Dark Side Phil, Boogie 1488. Those are some of the people that have become lol cows. Okay? Some people lean into it. And then it's reposted by Yoxix and accounts alike on Twitter and boosted by Drama Alert. Exactly. Some people decide, well, I'll make money any way I can, and then they lean into it. They become the lol cow. Yeah, World of T-Shirts is a TikTok example. I don't know who Daniel Larson is, but yeah, World of T-Shirts is like the example that exists on TikTok. And the people that love this shit, the people that get a tremendous amount of enjoyment out of this stuff, are some of the saddest people you've ever met in your entire lives. You probably never met them because they rarely ever go outside. But they do have a lot of impact online because you can do a lot without leaving your house. Oh, Daniel Larson is World of T-Shirts? Okay. Sometimes people who have made... Oh, no, he's not. Okay, it's a different person. All right, I don't know. I don't care about this stuff. But my point is, streamers that actively egg this stuff on do it knowingly. Okay, even if they themselves are victim to this kind of stalking and nobody deserves it. Okay, they knowingly egg this on. They knowingly normalize it and they make money off of it. Okay, it's completely unacceptable. It's total freak shit.
In a shed for 15 minutes until the cops came.
We were...
Yeah, I used to lurk in those communities, and it's usually just full of hate, and they always monitor online personalities and document them in hopes of them becoming a lol cow. It's depressing. Yeah. Straight up. And Twitter has certainly made it worse. It's people who are very sad. People who are incredibly sad themselves, who never really go outside. So they actively try to make other people's lives worse in order to feel like they have a sense of control over their own. It's a failure, but I think that is the reason why people do it.
It was terrifying leaving because we didn't know if he was still around or if he changed. We didn't know where he was. He's still out there, but I am investing as much as I can to find this guy. If you have any information on this man, I would like it. We're going to find him, and I'm going to do everything I can to get this guy. So
yeah, we are trying to do everything so we can get him. Mm-hmm. We have evidence that he knew who we were. We have everything. We just need to find him. So if any of you have any information and you've seen him before or anything, if you can please tell us so we will know, because it's hard sometimes, like when the cops have to go off stuff like that, and I know that it's a lot, but it would help us a lot if anybody has anything.
Mm-hmm. We are right after this, we're gonna go to the police station.
Yeah,
and we are going to file reports and take it from there. So, and
I want to say again, like we are all in shock. I don't saw a lot of people saying like, well, did he actually have a weapon and da-da-da, but like when somebody is running at you or even walking towards you,
when a stranger says he's I'm gonna kill you,
and he's getting aggressive and he's
banging on the trash can, and he goes from smiling to looking really serious
and charging at us,
like he put his stuff on the ground to fist fight Emily.
I'm not joking when I say like it escalated so quickly. There is nothing that anybody could have done. It happened so fast, and like you guys did not see all of it. It is like, I am in hindsight very thankful that we were in the area that we were and that we were able to go into the store, because I think if we had been anywhere else on the pier, it would have been a very different situation. Because when you walk down, and if we would have been going into like the parking garage or anything, we would have had nobody. So at least we ran into that worker who
like, dude, look, you want to know how freak-like people are? Here. Like, while we're talking about this shit, King Rob the God. If we want Hamas Piker to disappear, we must lure him to an alley and turn his light out forever. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to say in Minecraft ... right? Like, you're not going to do that, man. You're not. Also, get a fucking life. You have a child. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Are you okay? You have a kid in your profile picture, and this is the way you're presenting yourself. Like, do you know how many times, like, every streamer deals with this every fucking day, okay? Every streamer. Why does this shit always happen right after Asmon puts out a new YouTube vid? It's like clockwork. Every fucking day, dude. Every day Asmongold makes a YouTube video, turns around and says like Hasan is a Nazi or Hasan is a bad guy, he's a radical. The fucking rest of the day, we ban hundreds of accounts coming in and being like, Hamas Piker, I'm gonna find you and kill your ass, or whatever the fuck. Like, apparently the Discords are already talking about them now. I know. One of the biggest mistakes I've ever done in my career was actively reaching out to, I think it's the Yeet account many years prior. Okay. A real psychopath. And I tried to talk to him and I was like, listen, man, you know, what you're saying is incorrect. And I just want you to get help. Like, I want to help you get help. Okay. And you know what that did? It did the exact opposite. Okay. It made him infinitely more insane. Infinitely more insane. Like, I tried to talk him off the ledge, and it turned him into an even worse monster. Yes, I'm going to watch the Trump address in a second. I knew someone who became a moderator on one of those low-call harassment forums. She was everything that could have made her a target, a woman with dysphoria, autistic, on SSDI, furry with weird kinks. There's no way anyone could convince me that these stalkers aren't deeply unhappy with themselves and get into this shit thinking that if they're the prosecutor, they will be safe from harassment and stalking. Yeah. You ever think you spawn these guys? No, man. They actively watch. Many of them are in fucking Destiny's community. They literally actively hate watch. It's true though. What that chatter is saying is true. A lot of these people are just like very sad people, you know?
I'm very thankful helped us. And yeah, I just please like take stuff like this very seriously. It can happen to like anybody if you're male or female,
yes,
but
it
like
happens to everybody.
But like it is so like if you ask any girl streamer, they all have stories, and it's not just Emmy, it's not just somebody, like it's every single girl streamer has a story like this.
Yeah, big or small, it doesn't matter how big. Like you can have 20 viewers as a female streamer, you're gonna have a fucking stalker 100%. Also, it's not even just streamers though. Just women in general have these kinds of experiences in the real world too. Okay, it's not always on camera. In many circumstances, even for streamers, it's not on camera.
But we get to use this to talk about it because this one happened
so
public.
It felt important to talk about. So, moving forward, we will be. Oh, you got tissues?
It's sad.
Oh, baby.
We are very much in shock still, just to clarify. And I know people.
Hey, Hasan, well, I obviously recognize this is a horrific and terrible event to go through and can acknowledge it is scary. How do I suppress the reactionary part of my brain thinks that, well, these two women ultimately came out physically unscathed while emotionally traumatic is a massive nothing burger because the situation did not bear fruit? Bro, because they have PTSD. Like, what do you mean? Why do you think she's rocking back and forth? They're obviously traumatized by this. You have to understand that it's not just about like the physical harm in the immediate, okay? It's not just about like being actively hit in the head. Think about it this way. When you get your car broken into, right? Someone comes in and breaks the window of your car to steal your shit. That has a financial repercussion. That has a financial impact on your life. And that's bad. But one might think that the actual impact is that the safety barrier that you thought you had around your life has been penetrated in a way that actually is emotionally traumatic. This is something that I've talked about quite a bit in terms of how people become so right-wing and so reactionary. The invisible scars of trauma are oftentimes infinitely more impactful than the immediate physical harm. Okay? Okay, but that's a situation you are imagining is a scenario in which violence involved. Violence against a car? What do you mean? Not violence against you directly. Let's say they broke into your car, didn't steal anything. You'll go, oh, thank God they didn't steal anything. But you obviously are still traumatized by it. No? Are you not? Maybe you live in a different planet. Yeah. Sure, but if someone threw a brick through my window, of course I'm scared. Yes, I acknowledge that. Okay, but this is kind of like that, don't you think? This is a person who was directly in the physical space of these women and actively threatened to kill them. That is a violent situation. That is illegal. That is illegal for a reason. Man threatened to end the lives of people. Hello? Like, if I found you in a dark alley, I'm 6'4", and I threatened to violently kill you, I don't think you would come out of that situation rosy, you know? I think you would be pretty fucking traumatized in that process. Think about it like that. K-word banned again? Okay, guys, stop. Come on.
People are like probably gonna see us display a lot of emotions when we go live next time or whatever, but I think none of us really know how to process this. That was very, very real.
Like, look, this is this is coping mechanisms right here. Like rocking back and forth like this. Okay? That right there is trauma.
And for the people that are like trying to psychoanalyze and like say that it was fake, fuck you. Like
yeah.
Also, people when you're okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
The other thing is those people are just gonna do that.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
Sometimes people laugh when they're nervous. Sometimes people laugh when it's awkward. I definitely get that way, especially in an uncomfortable situation live on stream.
Yes.
It happens. People process things differently, and we're gonna get through this, and we will be much safer.
It's self-soothing behavior. Sorry.
Next time.
And like we said, like, you know, this is not like just a random cringe viewer. Like whether or not he walked at us, ran at us, it doesn't matter. When you have a stranger like that who is holding photos of you in their hand and doing what he did and saying like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, that is like,
and he charges at you.
It is
like,
to be treated.
You take it seriously.
I mean, you guys can see it in the video. He charged at us. It is an attempt on our life, and like we are taking it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And please, you know, if you are like a female streamer, a lot of my friends are like guys that go stream. Like, I never thought that like, I knew it could happen, but you always think that you know what you'll do in that situation, and when you're in it, it is very different. It's easy to say what you would have done in the situation, but when you are having your life threatened and you are in fight or flight, we are not going to wait around to see what he had in his pocket. You're just going to run because there's a guy saying he's going to kill you and reaching for your pocket. Like, that's not an unreasonable thing to think. And like Rosie, Emily, me, Emmy, and Ray did the best that we could for the situation that we were in. And that is it.
Yeah.
And I would like to be able to go live again and not have to deal with this, but I know it's going to be like a lot. So, thank you for everybody who is being very nice.
Yeah, thank you for all of the support this past week. It's been a crazy week.
Yeah. And it was a really good marathon.
We bonded a lot.
And it sucks that a marathon that
Also, Denims said that her and other female streamers would experience similar things like this prior to Twitch, with the parasocial dynamic of streaming turns everything up to 11. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Was to highlight women streamers and like us do stuff together is unfortunately like ending off on something that is one of the worst things that can happen to a female streamer. And we are very thankful that it did not end with one of us getting seriously hurt. And thank you to both Rosie and Emily.
How expensive is personal security for streamers? It depends. I mean, it is expensive, but that's not the problem. I think ultimately, yes, a lot of streamers should most likely have personal security, and it is very expensive. But in this situation, like, there's no reason to even bring that up, because obviously the real problem here is the fucking freak. Okay, the notion that we should just be like, well, you know, shit happens, we just have to pay for, you know, streamers should just basically pay for security is insane. All right, like, that's crazy.
For all that they do.
Yeah, but it's also very American, to be fair. It's like saying, oh, well, school shootings are a part of life. That's why we need to have bulletproof backpacks. You know? It's like, well, we can't really address the root cause of the problem.
Did during the marathon, because they help so much and they've been not
Yeah,
sleeping.
also, Fizz is right. Even if you consider that a solution for streamers, what about the women who aren't streamers that have this happen to them? Exactly. What are they supposed to do, you know?
We've been doing so much to make it as fun as we could, and it's unfortunate that it has to end like this.
It is crazy though, because America is a PvP unlock server at all times, and it's wild because, like, even a place like the Santa Monica Pier, where you are surrounded by other people, where you're surrounded by, you know, security guards in general, and it can still happen. Even if it's on camera, it can still happen. It's insane.
But we said that we bonded a lot because I don't think you can not bond over trauma. So, you know, we will get through this.
Yeah. I think that's enough.
I'm going to move on to the address in a second.
All right. There was many, many good moments this past week. Last night was not one of them, but I hope it was a learning experience for other streamers, whether you're male, female, whatever. It is very dangerous, okay?
Yeah.
It only takes one person, okay?
Yeah.
So be careful, learn from this, and that's it.
And we love you guys very much, and thank you for everything and watching, because we had a lot of fun through all the bullshit and the scrutiny and the shitty people on Twitter. It was fucking fun, and
It was fun,
wish
and we're gonna do it again.
in a different world we would be having lunch on the balcony right now.
I know, we would be having mimosas right
getting
now.
drunk with our friends
10
and,
other friends with Jason the chef making us sushi. That was our plan for today.
and ending the first duo girl marathon.
I know, and
the first one.
I can't believe some people are like, yeah, they faked it so they can end the marathon. Like, this is the best part. Today was supposed to be the best part.
We were on day 7. Like,
It literally
was.
Look, the other part of this is like, listen, if you know people that engage in this kind of stalking behavior, you kind of know there's some people that maybe find themselves in these communities. If you yourself are in these communities, get out. Okay, get your friends out. Get out. Don't go to these places. Try to cut yourself off from these places. I know that there's probably a lot of stalkers who are currently watching right now as well. Okay, at any given moment, I got a shit ton of them. That's why I always try to tell people to also, you know, actively leave these cult-like echo chambers, like DDG being one of them, okay? Be normal. Focus on hobbies. Engage in some kind of impulse control. Because these spaces are actively making you worse, okay? They're making you a worse person overall. You can get out. It's never too late. It is never too late. All right, where's the speech? Where's the Trump speech? No, not Diddy G the rapper. Destiny's Community. I call Diddy G. All right, let's see.
Urge Republicans to get together on his budget plan, which includes extending the Donald Trump tax cuts from 2017. He's going to talk a lot about the border and border security. He's going to tout what he is saying is massive deportations of people in the country.